How bad is the boo-boo?
Pretty bad. Hay season 2021 can leave us alone.
Has it been snake bitten?
Oh. This out. Hello. I think we cut it right here. Take it out. You can see how hard it is. Get on down the road. That beat it pretty good. That stuff's pretty springy. I don't know. I mean, yeesh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little more concerned about the bearing now. So I'm gonna pull this bearing apart. I'm kind of ready to. I want a vacation. I want a vacation.
You're building your vacation.
Yeah.
What happened in here?
See, the bearing went out.
That?
Not good. This is all cattywampus in here. Hotter than a 45. Good thing he caught it, I guess. I guess a good thing all the rocks saved it. What happened was Dad caught a rock in the baler, and this is so two things happened today. But Dad caught a rock between here and bent these teeth and jammed the baler up. But also, right here is real warm, and so that bearing went out. I wonder what happened to bend that steel like that. Things bolts came out. But anyway, we got a bearing out, and a rock got jammed in those fingers. That is, oh, that's good. Dad is mayhem on equipment, is what we found out. It'd be the hard patches. He goes,
the small patch?
He goes, it's not bad, hey? No, it'd be nothing. He's got windrows about 4 foot high. Hasn't been built in 2 years.
Oh, goodness. Good times.
Oh.
Just trying to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I was watching the rocks roll through. Well, that wouldn't have mattered on this. Something I noticed too is this automatic, not automatic, but the grease banks. Some of that grease started getting harder to push through. I'm gonna go back to a lock and lube where I know I'm pushing grease through. Not that they would have changed this. Know anything about these grease banks? What kind of shit is? Oh, they might have went no metric, yeah. There was metric.
It is a 5/8.
What happened?
Yeah, the bolts backed out.
All the bolts are out, gone, and so the whole thing came out.
Like the bolts have just been rubbing inside of here. I wonder if that's what happened.
But
well, plus the grease.
But why would you chain that out of line?
Well, I'm sure it is now. Here.
Oh.
The wall
bent in there.
That's what I mean. The wall's bent. I was saying.
That just didn't happen. That up. There it is. Yeah,
so
heck yeah, it's out. Replace it.
What happened?
So the bolts just backed out. Something happened here where this whole wall has been bent in.
Yeah, Something got wedged in there, but
the bolts aren't there. So this bearing's just been flopping around in there. Surprised we didn't hear it. But it's really not in that bad a shape. Alright. Just need some grease. Which the grease circ, that was another problem. Probably because the bolts backed out, it broke this grease circ off, which comes all the way from the other side with a grease bank. But I have 10 of these fittings now, so we'll replace this. We'll get a new bearing. Put it back on. Hopefully he's got some bolts. I'm sure he does. And we'll be back in business.
Yeah,
but
we'll just cut that one piece.
Huh?
And we'll just cut that one piece out.
Yeah. Maybe Matthew can come with a torch and heat it up, and we'll bend it over.
Well, you can't bend it because those, unless you think those prongs will bend. But if you think that the teeth on the stuffer will bend.
I think so.
You think so? That's pretty high tensile stuff, but
I'll bet with a rock.
Okay.
We'll get her. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Dane. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, a little update on our baler. We ordered parts, ordered a new bearing. I accidentally turned the baler on while it was all apart, and this chain ended up wrapping around the sprocket and ended up bending the idler that sits on here and kind of tightens up the chain. Actually, it tightens up, sits right about there, tightens up the chain. So I bent the idler arm. So with the bearing will come a new idler arm, and I'm a little worried as to I might have to press this. This is the idler arm itself. I'll go show you how it sits in there. So this sits in here like so. Tightens up the chain, it wraps around, and then there's a an arm that stretches it tight. So I don't know what happened. I made one giant bale on accident. It ended up being like 76 inches long, and I wonder if I was the one who did that, damaged it. But needless to say, we'll be alright. So this is the bearing cage or housing. And the grease circ broke off, which is right here. And this is the bearing. It's got a little slop in it, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's just dry. Hasn't been getting grease. It's got a touch of slop in it, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, I've definitely had worse bearings. So anyway, the parts are getting overnight aired from Vermeer. New idler arm, the new bearing. We'll slap this sucker back on, and we got some baling to do tomorrow. So I thought I was going to be able to get it all done today. I was even going to use that bearing, but now that this idler arm's broken, and I'm going to have to beat on it, and just not worth it. I just got a new one coming, and it's part of farming, I guess. While we wait on parts, I've got some other things to do. This is going to be kind of an intro video to what I'm doing full time now. I was with the lighting company, did that in town. They've been great to me, but I decided to go my own way, and my wife and I started a new business, metal building business. Some of you might know, some of y'all might have been catching on with some social media antics. Some of the stuff we've been posting on social media, but we started a new company, and we're doing metal buildings and things of that nature. So I have to go check on a job that's about an hour from here. That's going up today. It's actually a barn like this that we're in. Haul a trailer back and watch those guys hang some rafters. Well, let's go check on them. Come on. Alrighty, well, let's roll, buttercups. Have this truck for sale. Got a lot of bites on it. I think I have it sold. I'm waiting to hear from the guy today, actually. But eventually going to try to get into a 1-ton. Get rid of both trucks. My 4500s probably will be for sale in the future. Not necessarily right away. I got to find a truck first so I can transfer all my stuff over to it. But it's going to suck to get rid of it. It's been a good truck. Plus it's got the 6-speed, you know. But it'll make somebody else happy. Make a good truck for somebody else. So yeah, in the near future, be looking out for a 2011 Ram 4500 with a 6-speed dual disc clutch. Come on. Alrighty, we made it. here in Moravia, Texas, pretty close to Hallettsville. They're fixing a hanging truss right now, or a rafter. So let's see what it looks like. See, you messed up because you're on camera. Well, that's just a quick peek of, or a sneak peek of what I've been up to lately. Quit my day job, quit my full-time job, went completely self-employed, and so doing metal buildings and gonna focus on hay more, and so it's good for you guys. You'll start seeing a lot more videos from us. I'll have time to video and edit, so give me a thumbs up if you're missed a step. Give me a thumbs up if you're excited about more videos. Made it back to the house. I'm gonna do some moderate to light reading on exactly how to get that drum roller out. Unfortunately, I got to pull it entirely out to get that retainer ring that holds the lock nuts on the back side, because come to find out, after I was recording, I went and took a little further look, and only one of the bolts backed out and two of them sheared off. So I've got to figure out how to get those bolts out of that ring, and or get a new ring that holds those welded nuts on. So I gotta call Mr. Vermeer in the morning and or try to figure out how to get that roller out so I can at least bear down on it with a drill and some backouts. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, folks. Back out here, gonna tear into this baler. I ended up having to call the factory on how to get that drum roller out. It's not very clear, but they say it will slide out. I had to go into Tractor Supply and get a specialty kit. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. So I just got to pull this socket off, or this bolt out, pull the covers off, pull this bearing out. The whole roll should slide that way. Enough. Yeah, maybe. So I have to slide it over just enough so it'll come and pick up out of here. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Alrighty, a quick update. Parts did come in. This new idler arm, I already got this new sprocket on, or the old sprocket on the new arm. We just got to get this all assembled. The bearing came in. Was not able to get the drum out of the baler. I probably could have if I had another set of hands here, but it did allow me to free up to get access to this ring, which is what I needed to get to drill out some sheared off bolts. So I was able to drill them out, spun them through. It was good to go. So I got these lined back up and I got those lined back up. So now I just need to take the new bearing, put it in, get everything back together on this shafter. To have a few clips on already, and get to going. But anyway, it's all coming together pretty well. I'm not too worried about getting it done now that I have everything completed. It might take a little work to get that back together, but we're on the home stretch, thank goodness. It was a little bigger project than I anticipated. Hindsight, probably could have left this side alone. This side was the unaffected side. It was the driver's side, or the left side of the baler, that had the bearing issue. And I'm not wondering if it was that giant bale I made, that oversized bale that I made, that could potentially have been the issue here. But whatever, we're getting it fixed, new bearing, and we should be ready to rock and roll here in probably about an hour, and I gotta go finish baling. So wish me luck. Got her all put back together. She sounds good. Just Just need to grease it, and I need to go bail. Woo! It was a butt kicker. I am whooped. Now let's hopefully it bails good. Should though. Alright, we are DUN done. My eyes are bloodshot, my nose is tickly. Been in that baler all day. But went and baled the rest. Ended up making 40 bales on 5 acres. Some silly stuff like that. 6 acres. This thick hay is just crazy. It did good though. I was able to maintain B2 and probably could have gone faster. The pickup, I only stalled the pickup one time and it was a glob of hay that I hit. So, hey and son of a gun, I did pick up another rock and it bent the same exact fingers. But we got them bent back already and it sounds good. Their teeth are hitting ever so slightly on those middle guard fingers. But I'm gonna let it ride, see how it does. I mean, like, think, think. So, anyway, that's all we have for today, folks. I'm gonna start keeping them nice and short. Hope you enjoy them. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.